I'm gonna like rewind real quick. So hey everybody, this is Keenya Kelly. I'm the founder and CEO of Return of the Curls. You missed the first 5 minutes of this because I forgot to record, but we are gonna go ahead and start all over again. But I'm Keenya Kelly and I went natural a little bit over probably 8 years ago. And when I went natural, of course, I felt like the bald eagle, meaning that I didn't have very much hair. And so because I'm in sales, I'm in marketing, I'm in branding, my brain kicked in and I decided that I was going to create a hair show, do something about it, right? And so I did lots of research and found out about other shows in different areas. And I went to the convention center, rented out the space, and I started planning this hair show, right? First year, we had over 1,500 people in attendance, 60 plus vendors, all the big names in hair, bloggers and bloggers were all in attendance at this amazing event. Fast forward, we're now in 2017, and I'm no longer in Richmond, Virginia, I'm in Houston, Texas. And so I said, okay, we've been doing X, Y, and Z these last couple of years, but what is it that we can do to better serve our community better? And one of the things that I realized was that we were only able to serve the people that could get to our city, that could come in and be at our city at that particular time. But we've got 50,000 followers on Instagram, and it was just like, this doesn't make any sense to just, service the people in our city. Granted, we are going to serve the folks in our city, you know what I'm saying? And so we decided that we were going to start doing some things online to be able to service more people. So we have a meetup group in Houston. We've got about 250 people in our meetup group. We've got a Facebook community, which is called Return of the Curls group. All you have to do is go to rotccommunity.org and you can join that group. And as you can see, we've got some of our brand ambassadors right here in the webinar with us. And so tonight, what we really just wanted to do is to introduce ourselves to you, myself as the owner of Return of the Curls. And we just want to have like kind of like a talk, to be honest with you. Like each person is going to do a demonstration. I know you guys love demonstrations. We're going to do Q&As, and we're just going to have a good time. But we want you guys to know that this is something that's going to continue to happen over and over and over again, okay? And like eventually, we want some of you guys to participate and actually be on camera doing live styling, okay? And so if that interests you and you say to yourself, ooh, I want to be a part of something like that, all you have to do is email us at returnofthecurls@gmail.com, returnofthecurls@gmail.com, and you can be a part of that, all right? So again, I'm Keenya Kelly. Most people know me online because I'm the business calibration consultant for KeenyaKelly.com and If You Brand It. And basically what I do is I help people to figure out who they are at the core of their being, create products and services around it, and then build million-dollar brands. That's pretty much what I do, right? And one of my brands is Return of the Curls, okay? And so the first up tonight for this natural hair online meetup, we are going to hear from one of our ambassadors, Lala, all right? But if you guys are asking yourselves, how do I be an ambassador? How do I get to do this? How do I get to do that? Just email us by going to your email account and then emailing us at returnofthecurls@gmail.com. So Lala is going to come to you guys right now, and she is going to share with you guys how to revitalize your wash and go, okay? Now, if you don't know Lala, she'll introduce herself a little bit, tell you who you are, who she is. She'll tell you how to connect with her on her social media channels. And then she'll talk for about 15 minutes. If there's time at the end of her segment to ask questions, then you guys can you can ask in the chat, but we will do questions at the end, okay? So just prepare that right around 8:15, we will do Q&A. So go ahead and you can actually write all your questions in the chat room. That way you don't forget it. Just write all of them inside the chat, and then we will ask them. Otherwise, when the time comes, we'll do Q&A, okay? So we're going to turn the broadcast over to Lala. Lala, go ahead and introduce yourself and take it away.
Well, thank you, Keenya Kelly. And I just want to say the good thing about being live is it's an opportunity for me not to only, introduce who I am, but I wouldn't be here today if I didn't give my shout outs and my blessings. So I really want to give a shout out to Keenya Kelly because she definitely is the fierce force behind Return of Curls. And I also want to give a huge humbling shout out to Return of Curls because I think Return of Curls is definitely taking the natural hair community by storm. So you guys just stand by. And I definitely cannot miss my naturalistas that are up here. Now, all of us is not up here tonight, but I will tell you, if you guys have been on the platform, you have been able to see these ladies demonstrate, come with you with products, DIY, being healthy. I mean, we are all over. So it's not just about hair. It's because we all believe that natural starts within, right, ladies? I mean, it really, really does. So I'm going to start spraying my hair as I'm talking, because tonight is not really about me talking about product, but it's really about the fact of I get a lot of questions about products, but I think one of the most important things when dealing with your hair is you got to moisturize it. It starts there first. I mean, you know, people want to, you know, define their curls, you know, that's gels, that's creams, and, you know, I'll go over that. But I want to start with talking about just the baseline of moisturizing your hair before you even get into like products. So hands down, probably in my number 2 spot would be water. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I wash my hair, after I wash my hair, I basically, that is the only time I do water. So my hair literally has been up for the last 2 days because I really wanted you guys to see, because we all know when our hair is in a bun and you take this mess out, it takes a form of itself. So I wanted to take my hair out and just show you guys what I normally do when I just want to revive it. So it's been about 2 days, and right now you look at it and it's just like, what in the world is going on, girl? So what I have resorted to besides water, y'all, my staple to moisturizing my hair is aloe vera juice. And I'm going to tell you why. Aloe vera juice, it brings a pH balance in your hair. It stops dandruff. It gives it shine. And ladies, it gives it growth. So I'm telling y'all, go get some aloe vera juice. It's in the pharmacy section in Walmart. It's a gallon. And I don't even think it's over $7. So I need y'all to start spraying aloe vera juice in your hair, okay? And, you know, I just go to just, you know, spraying my hair, you know, out. And a lot of times I will tell y'all, I will only spray a little bit because I work real hard to get natural length without using heat. So I'm not here for the shrinkage all the time. So I just try to, you know, make sure I'm spraying a little bit. But aloe vera juice is just really, 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 really good for your hair. Now, once you get your hair kind of moisturized, now a lot of times it starts with kind of like the look that you're going with. I will tell you, sometimes I want really, 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 really defined curls. So if I want really defined curls, then I'm going to go to more of like a gel that kind of weighs my hair down, and I'm very, very heavy on the product. Now, I will tell you, sometimes I like soft curls. Now, if I want soft curls, and my ladies who are like, I got some ladies out there that is like, look, I don't want product. I want as natural as possible. I'm telling y'all, y'all can get aloe vera gel, 100% aloe vera gel, and you can define your curls. Only thing that I will say with aloe vera gel, when I have used it, is that once it dries, my hair, after about a day, it really is just like a poof ball. And at the end of the day, natural hair is work. It's not easy. It does save me money. I don't have to go to the hairdresser, but it's work, ladies, it really, really is. And so right now, I'm just massaging my hair. Now, my hair is kind of like, it's just like a little damp, but I'm massaging it because at the same time, I'm stretching it. I'm finger detangling my hair, getting all that dead hair out. And I'm really, really trying to decide, while I'm sitting here doing aloe vera juice, you can begin to basically wake up the product that's already in your hair. So be very, very careful when you're revitalizing your hair to really, really feel it, because one thing you just don't want product buildup. It's a waste of money. You don't need it. And if you start massaging the aloe vera water in your hair, I'm sorry, y'all, this just feels so good. But if you start massaging that aloe vera water in your hair and your hair starts to stress out, you start to say, okay, do I need more product in my hair? Do I not? And for me, I'm a huge gel person because I really, really like defined curls. It allows my hair to last, you know, longer days. When I go to more of cream, if I'm not going to braid my hair and I just want that wash and go, creams for me are just a little bit, they're not, it's crazy because they're kind of thicker than the gel, but the way that they actually dry up, it makes my hair poofy, whereas the gel kind of lay it down. So it just depends on what look you want to go with your hair. It's the winter time. It's very, very important to moisturize, ladies. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys go to aloe vera water, you're going to see a difference in your shine. You're going to see a difference in your growth. I would never, ever downplay water, because a lot of products, that's pretty much the first ingredient that is in it. So water is going to be in a lot of these products that you put in your hair anyway. And so let me also point out this. A lot of time with my wash and go, I like to pretty much in the dry state add my product. So even when I wash my hair, the only thing I'm doing is deep conditioning and I'll go the whole day and just let my hair dry. The very next day is when I really start to apply that product to my hair, because I find that when my hair is extremely damp, I use way more product than I need to. So I get a lot of questions, you know, on that. But as you can see, it's been in a bun. I kind of already sprayed the aloe vera water, and really right now, I really just don't need product in my hair, you guys. I really don't. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so y'all can get some view. But it's just really, really moisturized. It really, really is. And this is pretty much how I revitalize my wash and go. It's very, very easy. You know, it's not rocket science, ladies. You don't got to put a lot of work to it. And tomorrow, if you want to throw it in the bun, throw it in the bun. But yeah, this is it. And I really, really, really promote aloe vera water because it is just so bomb. It really is. And it's inexpensive. It's 100% natural. And you can go behind the aloe vera water and go ahead and put aloe vera gel in your hair. But like I said, everybody's hair type is different. For me, when aloe vera gel actually dry, my hair is more poofier. So I typically just go to your more heavy weighted gel. But I'm excited to be part of Return to Curls. I love learning from the naturalistas that are up here. And I just want Keenya to do this. I would love to do this every day. So I'm hoping that she actually say, look, ladies, we're going to do this every single day, every week. I don't care. I'm here for y'all. If y'all have any questions, answers, just let me know. And I'm going to pass it back to Keenya because I did not time myself. I know I talk really, really fast, but I'm just excited, y'all. So.
Yes, no, this was so good, so good. She said, we're going to do this every day. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to teach Lala how to do this every single day.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing about this is that there's some of you guys are watching this, either you're watching this live or you're watching this on the replay, and we probably can actually do this every day if you guys decide to help us out, because you know Lala has her own life, you know, and things of that nature, and as much as she probably would love to do it every day, at some point in time she may be modeling somewhere or doing something with, you know, something. But if you're here, you might be able to be a part of this, and we could do something like this every day, every other day, or whatever. And so we are looking for more people that you don't have to have any type of hair. Your hair doesn't have to be, you know, 4A or 1C. It can be whatever it is. You may have just recently done a big chop. It doesn't matter. We're looking for people that love curly hair, love natural hair, and that, you know, are pleasant people, because obviously Return to the Curls is a brand. We've been around for 7+ years. And you're looking to just partner with us and work with us. So we would love to work with you guys. And so I know we've got some folks that are here on live with us. If you have questions live inside of the actual Zoom webinar, you can ask questions. But if you are watching this on the Return to the Curls page and you have any questions, you feel free to ask questions of Lala. If we don't catch your questions immediately, then we will definitely go back at the end and answer any questions that you guys have. All right, so I'm here. Okay, I don't see any questions. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move right along to the next stage of our agenda. And so we actually have Bianca, who is here with us tonight. Now, Bianca has been with us for the last year or so. She's been our intern. She's fabulous, doing all types of things. And so if you're following us on Instagram at Return of the Curls 2, then you see her pretty much all the time, being Bianca. I remember when Bianca went away for like a month, and I was trying to get people to talk to me, and nobody would talk to me. They wanted to know, where is Bianca? And I was like, Bianca don't run nothing. But I was like, well, Jay. They're like, where's Bianca? I'm like, I paid for, you know. But it is what it is. So everybody loves Bianca, and Bianca tonight is actually going to chat with you guys about how she flexi rods her wig, right? So this is not just all of, like, if you wear a wig, it does not mean you're not natural. If you got color in your hair, that does not mean that you're not natural. They don't know. I don't care what people say. It's what is natural to you. You hear what I'm saying? And so Bianca, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to you to talk about how you flexi rod your wig. And so introduce yourself to those that don't know you, and then take it away.
OMG, hey everybody. It is Bianca, like she said, and I do the IG story, so if you guys have seen me before, hey y'all. But today I am going to be talking about flexi rodding my wig, because I am constantly on the go, like literally, and so this wig is literally my saving grace. Like I just grab it and I go. Like, if you can see my hair under here, you would question everything about me, because it just looks very questionable. But so I want to teach you guys like how I keep it revitalized and how I get my curls to be popping. This morning I curled it with a wand, but usually I'm doing flexi rods. So I'm going to show you guys just a couple of things that I do. I usually just put maybe, I want to say like 20 to 25 flexi rods in this hair, and it's super quick. And I'm just going to show you how to do the front and then the sides, and we'll be done with that, because if we sit here and do the whole head, it will take us forever. But anyway, the first thing you're going to need is some water, necessary. And that's literally the only thing that I put in this hair. And the reason for that is this is human hair. This is somebody else's hair, but it's mine now. But this is, and I don't really like to put a whole bunch of products on it, because it, like, just like everybody else's hair, it weighs down after a while, and you don't want to do all of that. So for me to get the curls, she's wet and wavy, okay? So I just wet her and I let her be wavy. So I literally just spray a little bit of water on it, and then that's how I go. So I'm gonna just spray some water right here. So my front part is a little layered, so that it's like a kind of like a little swoop in the front. So I just put a little bit of water, like it's not even too wet. And in the front, I use the bigger flexi rods. And the reason for that is because if you use a smaller flexi rod, your curls will be tighter in the front. And I don't like tight curls in the front. I like it to have like a little swoop or something like that, just based on the type of cut that I have in the front of my hair. So I'm going to scoot in closer so you guys can see. Is this a good view for you guys? Is it, you guys can see that? Okay, cool. So you're going to take the flexi rod and you're going to bend it like so at the top, and you're going to try to put it to like the top of the hair, and then you're going to twist it away from your face, and then you're going to bend the bottom, squeeze it, and then that's it. I mean, eventually I'm going to look real crazy, just FYI, because I'm going to have all these flexi rods in my head. So now we have like a longer piece, right? So the longer piece, I do the skinnier curls because I like her to have like a little body wave, a little full. So I spray just a little bit of water on there, and I literally run it through. But don't, like, unless you know that your wig is going to be sitting for a while, do not make it like super wet, because then when you take out the flexi rods, it won't be dry, and you just have like droopy looking curls. And believe me, that's not cute, because I tried it. So you're gonna have to, you put it to the top again. My little flexi rods just so sad because I'll use them so much. So you put it all the way to the top. You're gonna fold it over the hair, and you're gonna turn it away from your face, and then twist it all the way down and fold it back up. And I do this all throughout my hair. And I space it. I mean, you don't really have to do like too many of them, because you can use big pieces because you're not saturating the hair that much. And if it's already like wavy hair, then you don't have to do like too much to it for it to get wavy again. So sometimes I can actually just put the flexi rods without putting the water, but because I want my curls to be like super defined, and I just did the same thing. I close it up at the top, and I'm twisting it down to the bottom, and then I'm folding it. So this is literally what I do over my whole head, and it takes me like, what, 10, 15 minutes to do? But that's how I flexi rod a wig, you guys. Bye.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, do you ever put like natural hair products on there or anything? Or like, you know, like how all do you wear? Do you wear like the spiral curls or anything?
Okay, so I don't put any natural hair products in her, because she is not an African American at all. Okay? So we don't need those kind of curls over here. That's not what she is. She's real Malaysian. Okay. So I'm using a whole different line of products. Okay. But no.
That's hilarious.
But no, for real though. For the most part, I use a like Garnier.
Garnier.
I'm bad at pronouncing words, y'all. Just FYI. Garnier, or whatever. It's the ER, but it's the A at the end. I don't know. But anyway, I use that. I use like the oil. Garnier, whatever. It's the right. So I use the oil. In the hair, like sometimes when she looks a little dull. Okay. And then I use the spray mist. It's like a heat protectant. Yeah. Like if I'm gonna curl it, so if I know like I might have like a photo shoot or something that day, or I just want really like big defined curls, I'll use that so that she doesn't get really damaged. I've literally had this wig going on 3 years. So she is an investment. I don't have a name for her, but I try to make sure that I take care of her. I deep condition her. Literally, like I put is it herbal essence? I put herbal essence on her. I deep condition her. Put her in the microwave. Literally, this is real. Put her in the microwave. Take her out because she needs love and care. You got to treat the hair right. Like Lala was saying, you got to moisturize her. You got to keep it right. So that's why I only just add water to it. But other than that, that's the only products I use.
So let me ask, you said you had it for 3 years?
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
I got this wig when I got the hair when I turned 25.
Yeah.
I'm 27. And
oh my God.
So it's going on 3, yeah, going on 3 years.
And so I got a question for you, Bianca.
Okay.
Do you ever do a braid out on her?
Do I put oil?
Do you ever do a braid out on her? Does she have a name? Did you say she had a name?
No, I need y'all to help me find a name. I don't know her
3
name.
years, I think she needs a name.
Okay. Well, what y'all think? Y'all seen me and her, so I don't know what the names. I don't know what she exudes. You know? I know it has to be exotic though. Got to be. Keenya, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Oh, you're not. Okay.
Actually, guys, we are live right now on Insta Stories. We're live.
Hey.
Oh, I'm actually showing my bedroom. That's a bad idea.
Uh-oh.
So if you guys want to, there we go. Y'all want to say hi to everybody on Insta Stories? Y'all wave. Hey. So, we've got like 50,000 followers on Instagram. So I was like, we need to come on here and say hello. So, but those of you that are watching me live right now, we're actually doing a live webinar with some of our ambassadors. You can go to the Facebook page, Return of the Curls, to watch the full webinar. It's live. Hey, Nelia. She's on here and on here. You guys can actually go to Return of the Curls Facebook page to watch the actual live webinar taking place. Next up, we have our friend Nelia Bedelia. She's going to be talking about DIY. I mean, we've got so much going on, guys, but I had to come on here live. So if you're watching this here on the replay, we're just kind of going back and forth here on Insta Stories. Make sure you guys come to Return of the Curls business page, like the Return of the Curls page, and then you guys can watch the live webinar happening right now. You guys can see Bianca. She's got those flexi rods in her hair. She was showing everybody how to do how to flexi rod your wig while we're live here on the webinar. And then our friend Nelia is getting ready to talk about how you can for a protein treatment, and then she's going to do a DIY for a protein treatment. So you guys, we can't do both of them at the same time. Unfortunately, we chose Zoom and Facebook, and then, we can't quite get into stories. So go to the Return of the Curls Facebook page so you guys can watch the webinar live. It's live. And then if you want to be a part of this, and it's free to be an ambassador, just send us an email at returnofthecurls@gmail.com. returnofthecurls@gmail.com. All right. So we'll see you guys on the Facebook page. All right. So for those of you guys that are here with us on the webinar, we have Amelia is getting ready to talk about how you can, share your video on stories. Okay, awesome. She's going to talk about protein treatments and DIY. And you guys, I haven't done a protein treatment ever. I know that's so bad. I just know a hairstylist would love to get in my head, like, ooh, you know. But she's going to talk about DIY. Now, one thing I love about Nelia is from the get-go, as soon as she started as an ambassador, everything was straight DIY. And I know she didn't want to like put herself in that DIY category, but I'm like, dude, you're DIY. It's just natural. It's just natural for you. And so tonight, she's going to chat with you guys about protein treatments and DIY. And if you have questions, make sure you post them. Especially if you watch this video after the broadcast, make sure you are inside the private Facebook group, because if you're in the group, all of us, me and them, they're going to see, you know, the comments. Okay. So if you're talking to Nelia, you'll just hit @Nelia, and that way she can see. She can get the alert. That way she can comment back to you. If you had a question for Lala, make sure you @Lala in the Facebook group, okay, on this video. And then Bianca, just @Bianca. They're all in there. That way you can get your questions answered specifically by them, or one of us will probably just tag them. So Nelia, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then go ahead with your
All right, hey guys, this is Nelia. Go by Nelia Bedelia also. So today I just wanted to talk to you guys about protein. And as Keenya was saying, you know, a lot of us as naturals, we focus more on moisture, you know, water, moisture. Make sure it's not dry. Make sure it's growing, you know. And a lot of people don't know moisture and protein. They're actually, you know, best friends. They actually go hand in hand. Without moisture, you have breakage, and also without protein, you can have breakage as well. And I was reading a quote online, and it was saying, like, protein is the building block, and moisture is like the glue that keeps it together. You know what I'm saying? So I think we also just really need to remember that protein is important. And I think it's not as important because we don't have to do it as often, and we shouldn't overdo it, because a lot of people, you know, a lot of us can be protein sensitive. But I'm just going to talk about how you can know your hair needs protein. And of course, you know, it wouldn't be me without showing you a DIY protein treatment. So, so here's a few ways to see if your hair, you need more protein. Okay, so I'm looking at my notes. So if your hair is brittle, dry, and breaking. Now I know first thing we think is, all right, I need to spray it down with some water, get some cream, get some all that moisture. True. That's what you need to do. But for me personally, I would spray water and it's still dry. It'd still be breaking. Moisturize it, keep it up in the twist, but it was still dry. And I was like, man, wait, when was the last time I did a protein treatment? And it hit me like I haven't done a protein treatment in a while too. And they play hand in hand, like I was saying. Number two, you need a protein treatment if your hair is damaged. Heat, chemical, anything. You see your hair is damaged, it's a little protein treatment time, okay? And number three, this is how I also really know, it's when it's really limp. Your curls aren't popping, your twist outs aren't coming out as popping as they used to. Wash and goes, what happened? What's going on? Basically, like one test you can do is like if you pull a curl and it doesn't bounce back, it's not going back up there. Or even worse, you pull a curl and it breaks or something. Yeah, it's time to get some protein in there, all right? And also, you know, like all I was saying, a balanced diet. You know, I know people are tired of hearing about this because I am, but you know, it's life, it's reality. What you eat, you know, what you keep inside of you, it really shows on the outside. So we can do all these topical treatments that we want. You know, we can layer it up and sit under the dryer all we want, but you know, we're not getting that protein on the inside. We can't get the maximum results in our hair. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too. Keep up your protein, guys. But so yeah, you know, there's a lot of science behind proteins, and I'm not going to get into that because we're going to be here all night. But there's a lot of proteins out there, and what we should use and blah 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 blah. But what I want you to do is research it. You know, research what proteins you think will be good for you. Research how often you should do a protein treatment. But what I recommend is keeping these protein treatments in your rotation. I know we have like, okay, I'm a deep condition once a week, and then I'm a shampoo this much, but we forget to add in protein treatments. And honestly, protein treatments can be done 1 time a month or 2 times. It's really that simple. Also, find a protein treatment that you find affordable for you. Or you can splurge. I mean, you're only using it once a month, so it's going to last, what, a while, right? Maybe, you know, depending on how much hair you have. But you know, just find one that's affordable for you. It doesn't dry your hair out because protein treatments can be super strong depending on which one you use. And you also want to find one that gives you maximum results. You know, you see your hair is actually, all the curls are coming back together. It's not limp. It's actually doing what you know your hair can do. Y'all know your hair. So you'll definitely see a result if it's working for you. So, of course, I have 2 examples for you. Now, if you're not a DIYer and you don't want to be cooking up in the kitchen, I got you. Okay? This is Apogee. Now, come on. I know y'all heard about this. Apogee. This is a good line for protein treatments. I actually got on this when I was relaxed. So also share this with your relaxed friends as well. You know, if they haven't come to this side yet, you know, share this with them as well because it's good for them as well. Protein treatments, you know, everyone needs protein. So definitely share this with them. But this is Apogee 2-minute reconstructor. Now, this is done on clean hair. So you use this after you shampoo. I pick mine up at Sally's. I don't know where else. It can be a beauty supply store, of course, but I get mine at Sally's. It's around $10. It lasts me a long time because, like I said, I only do this once or twice a month. So it's quick, it's affordable, and yeah, so you just keep this on your hair for 2 minutes, and then you wash it out, and that's all you need. It's great. You can also keep it in for 5 if you really, really, you know, need that in your hair, but 2 minutes and you're done. Now, after a protein treatment, it's very important to add all that, like add extra moisture in there. You know, your hair, it just went through a really harsh, like, protein impact. You need to moisturize it because, like I said, hand in hand. Got to get the protein, got to get the moisture. They go hand in hand, you know? So with Apogee, this one actually comes with a, what is it called? A balanced moisturizer pack. I personally don't use it because I have a good deep conditioner. Right now I'm using the Maya Organics deep conditioner. Can't remember the exact name, Maya Organics. But yeah, I use that deep conditioner with this. But you can get the moisture pack that comes with this, your choice. But yeah, so you don't want to DIY, Apogee 2-minute reconstructor. That's my favorite protein treatment. And of course, a DIY protein treatment. Now you can find, there's so many protein treatments out there, y'all. Pinterest is your best friend. YouTube is, of course, your best friend. But there are main ingredients in each protein treatment that I've collected and learned over the few years. And the main ingredients that they always have is, and also, don't do homemade treatments on clean hair. Do them while your hair is dirty before you shampoo it because you don't want these ingredients to sit in your hair and then some of them smell. You'll see why. Okay, so first, every protein treatment has an egg. Eggs are just pure protein. They're like the best protein you can have. Egg. Next, I have mayonnaise. And basically, mayonnaise is just full of more egg. So, mayo, straight from the jar, y'all. Like, just put it on in there. They actually have mayonnaise that has olive oil in it. So, you know, why not? You know, get a mayonnaise for your sandwiches, get a mayonnaise for your protein treatments. It works out. It's great. So next I have avocado, which I don't have here to show you, but you guys know what an avocado looks like. The riper, the better because it's easier to mash. There's a fly. Okay. The easier to mash up and, you know, stir together. And of course, honey. I have my honey packets that I stole. But honey, you want to add some honey. Add some honey to your protein treatment. We all know about honey. It attracts moisture and promotes hair growth, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know. And basically, that's really all you need. A lot of people like to add fancy stuff like, you know, bananas and stuff. You know, I try to keep it as simple as possible. So you got mayonnaise, you got an egg. You can just do these two and bam, put it on your hair 15, 20 minutes, you know, and rinse it out. Good to go. Also, you can add an oil of your choice if you want. A lot of people like to add olive oil because, I mean, it's great. Y'all know the benefits of olive oil. That's a good one. But yeah, that's basically how you do a DIY protein treatment. I wasn't going to mix it for you because I did one last night. I used this last night and it showed a difference. This is quick, easy. Just pop it in the shower. Or if you run out of that, grab an egg, grab some mayo. You're good to go. Let me check my notes. But yeah, so that's basically how you do your own protein treatment. Like I said, you definitely really, really want to follow up with a good deep conditioner if you want, or just your regular conditioner. Then you want to follow up with a good leave-in conditioner because your hair just went through a lot, you know. adding in protein can really dry it out if you don't balance it. And like I said, they go together. Protein is the building blocks, moisture is the glue. You really want to have those both hand in hand. And I know we forget about them sometimes, but honestly, they really do work out together. And yeah, so that's all for now.
Does anybody have any questions about that? I know me personally, I'm like, I've been natural for like 7 years and I've never done a protein treatment. I'm like, I should probably do a protein treatment like the next 45 years. Right? Anybody, I know any of the panelists, you have any questions?
Well, I wanted to point out that I really do like that Nyla did go over protein, because I think a lot of times that when our hair is brittle, I want to point out that I really do like that Nyla did go.
Sorry.
Oh, it's probably a delay, huh? I'm sorry. No, I was saying I like the fact that she did go over protein, because I think there's a lot of misconception that when we see our end of our hair brittle, it's automatic, oh, I need to trim my hair 2 inches. Like, people really, really think that they need to trim their hair, but when you do a protein treatment, it does amazing results to your hair. It really, really do. And I love the fact that Nyla had the kitchen up in her room. She was ready. She was ready.
Wait, you mean to tell me that I've been trimming my hair and I didn't need to?
Basically.
No. This whole time I just been chopped. When it's brittle, I'm like, all right, bye-bye.
We've been saying all for no reason.
First, and then trim, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long have you been doing, how long have you been natural?
I've been natural for 7 going on 8 years now.
And you've always been the DI, so you always do all this type of stuff, right?
Yeah, like when I was going natural, there wasn't no Shea Moisture at first. There was no Carol's, none of this. Like, this is a whole new world. Now there's aisles of natural hair stuff. That was not, when I was natural, nothing. So I was like, well, an egg, like research, like, so yeah, but then I discovered this too, so.
Yeah. Absolutely. So guys, if you are watching this broadcast, you may be watching this live, watching this on a replay. I know on Facebook, we've got almost 200 views so far. And so, which is pretty cool. You know, we want you guys to know that you can ask questions, whether it's live or it's on the replay. I know some of you guys are going to ask on the replay. And then just try to make sure that you come inside of the Facebook group. We'll try to answer them everywhere that we are. But if you can, come inside of the Facebook group by going to rotccommunity.org. That way they can all get the alerts to be able to answer your questions. And so, again, you guys, I'm Keenya Kelly. I'm the founder of Return of the Curls. Return of the Curls basically started out as the Ultimate Curly Girl Weekend in Richmond, Virginia. But what we're trying to do now is we're trying to help more people nationwide and even in other countries, because anybody can log on to a broadcast. And so what we're really needing from you guys is a couple things. One, if you want to participate, let's just say the next time we do this in a couple weeks, you want to come on here and you want to do a DIY, then we want to talk to you about being an ambassador. Like, everyone that's here is a part of a Return of the Curls ambassador team. And so what we do is we're constantly trying to figure out how to make our audience, giving them what they need. We're constantly trying to figure out how to help these natural hair bloggers and bloggers and live streamers, you know, get themselves out there more using our platform. And so we would love to have you, but of course you can't just come on here. We have to like talk to you and help you understand what's going on. All you have to do is email us at returnofthecurls@gmail.com. We've got a lot of stuff that people don't even know that we're working on. If you are a hair care brand, you know, as you can see, there's 7 of us on here tonight, and there was an opportunity, well, 6 of us, there was an opportunity for you to get your products featured here live tonight. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go after Apogee, because she mentioned Apogee on this broadcast. And so we're going to go ahead and go after Apogee and say, hey, Apogee, so we like your protein treatment. If you want us to continue to talk about your treatment, why don't you come alongside of us and be a sponsor of our bi-weekly live streams? And so you may end up having Nelia being the ambassador for Apogee. And so even though they may start out with us, you may end up with Nelia as your main ambassador. And so if you're a product company, whether it's makeup and it's hair care, or some people like wigs, as you can see, Bianca is still styling her wig, right? You know, you may have hair, and now we're not talking about that, no disrespect to the hair. We're not talking about that cheap stuff, right? Like, if you're going to be featured on here, you know, what's going to happen is people are going to want to buy it. And so if you're a hair care company and you have, especially if you have natural hair, like, you know, the the textured hair and you want to have it featured, we love to hear from you. So whether that's makeup, and even not only that, you know, when we launch the website that we've been working on forever, we're going to have styling. And so if you have clothing and you want to style, I mean, as you can see, we all have our own shapes and sizes. I'm between a 14 and a 16. We've got Amelia, looks like she's like a 5'6", maybe 7'8". Whatever, 9, 10, whatever. I don't know what size, you know. But, you know, and so everybody has their own sizes. And so, you know, you may be able to send in clothes for us and we can, you know, it's just so many things you can do with our audience. And so all we had to do was get on here, click a button. And so we've got hundreds of people watching. And so if you're a hair care brand and you want to partner with us, just email. If you want to be an ambassador with us and do live stream or be a part of this, just send us an email. What else is that? If you just want to know how can you get in where you fit in, just send us an email at returnofthecurls@gmail.com. And so next up, I think we have, it's not on the schedule here. We have our girl, Ray, who is going to go next. And so Ray, I can't remember your topic. I am so sorry. But we'll go ahead and have Ray introduce herself to you guys, and then she'll talk to you guys this evening. So Ray, do you want to go ahead?
Sure. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure that I had a topic this evening.
Okay.
I can still talk very briefly. I just recently, I guess I'll just piggyback a little bit off of what Lala was talking about earlier, stretching out your wash and go. I'll just talk about stretching out this 2-strand twist that I did. What's tonight? Today's Tuesday, right? So I did my 2-strand twist on Sunday night, and I took them out yesterday. The game plan for tonight before I go to bed, I'm not going to add water to it tonight just because I wanted to kind of stay this fluffy look for another night or two. And that kind of, once I add water to my hair, it has a life of its own. So tonight what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up probably separating it into 4 sections and do like some big chunky twists on them. Like, I'll just do one real quick. Something like this. And I just realized I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Ray.
Are you going to put any product on it before you do that?
If I do put a product, do you mind if I get it real quick and grab it?
Go ahead.
Hold on, it's right across from me. I wasn't ready.
She's one of our ambassadors. I think I caught her off guard tonight, but she's here. Her hair is flawless, so we're going to need her to come on here and talk about that.
Okay. So the product I'm using is the Natural Roots Sweet Honey Almond Butter. And usually I just put a little bit. I didn't show you how what a little bit looked like. That's a little bit for me. Mm-hmm. Just enough to cover my finger because I'm not doing too big. But I'm going to loosely twist it, not even tight, so very loosely. And then what I end up doing is probably just pinning each of the sections around my hair and throwing my scarf on it. Mm-hmm. This here is the result of me not doing anything to it last night. I went with some friends and had some Halloween fun and once I got back in, I just kind of threw my bonnet on and called it a night. So
hashtag turn up.
Hair gods that didn't wake up with too crazy of a fro. That was nothing but a blessing because listen here, I'm a rough sleeper. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to put that one back in and leave it, and then I'll do the rest of it later. But
you've been natural, so pretty.
Say it again, I'm sorry?
How long you been natural?
Since 2011.
Does anybody hate her right now? I'm looking at her hair, I'm like.
This is actually this is my second, I won't say second attempt, but when my hair originally had gotten about like this long, I decided to chop it all off. And so this is me starting, this is only 2 years of me starting back over.
Wow. Showing out. This is where you say, she got Indian in her family. You know? I'm like, I've been natural for 45 years. No, just, you know.
Hey Ray, do you do the banding method on your hair?
Not really. I still don't know how to do it that well. So I usually I'll twist it and pin it or either pull it up in a puff. I haven't even tried the banding method yet.
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because I do the banding method, and I mean, it does a great job with stretching my hair, but I will tell you, it changes the curl pattern than what I'm trying to go for when I do the banding. So Yeah, I was just wondering if you bend your hair.
Does it change it to where it's too stretched out, or it's just?
Yeah, it's a little too stretched out, and it goes more up to a wavy pattern when I still want just to watch the little curly look. It takes on the form of actually the bands.
Okay. Yeah, usually if I'm going for a stretched look, I'll either do the puff or I'll do like some twists, maybe about, instead of doing 4 big ones, I'll maybe do like 4 sections and split them in 2 and pull them real tight, twist it up, and then I'll pin them across my hair. So I like stretch them around my head, and that sometimes tends to give me a stretched look without messing up my pattern too much. It does still sometimes get that pattern, but it's not as bad. Messing up my pattern too much. It does. I hear echo. But, okay. That's pretty much it for right now.
Yeah, so pretty. So pretty.
Thank you.
Who else we got? We have next on the agenda, we've had 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So next up we have Letitia, and what we're gonna have Letitia do tonight was to do some Q&A. And so right now inside of the actual Zoom webinar, I don't see any questions. I'm here on the Facebook page trying to see if I see any questions. The actual Zoom webinar, I don't see any questions. Okay, I don't see any questions on the Facebook page. But Letitia, if you want to just go ahead and just introduce yourself as a whole, and then you can talk about your hair, and we'll see if you guys have any questions. Please feel free to ask your questions. We're here. We're live on the Facebook page. We're live in the Facebook group. If you just happen to be on one of the pages what we shared on, you can go ahead and ask your questions there, so that way somebody can get an alert to be able to answer your questions. All right. So Tisha, go ahead and just introduce yourself, and then we'll just see if there's any questions. Otherwise, we'll just take questions from everybody that's here, just kind of talk. Since most people, I guess right now, I think it's because it's so new. Everybody's like, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. They're watching, but I don't think that people know exactly what to do. So Tisha, we'll go ahead and just turn it over to you.
Well, hey everybody, my name is Tisha. How everybody doing? It's really a pleasure to be here today. This is really fun. The craziest thing about, I was telling Keenya earlier, the craziest thing about this is that I was watching a webinar not even a year ago. And I said, I would love to do something like this. And not even a year later, here we are. So hats off to everyone who's here. We did it. I wouldn't be who I am without you guys. So Return of the Curls has been really fun for not only for me, but just for everybody, just to see how everyone has just grown and flourished, just to see the many opportunities that everyone has had. So I couldn't be here without giving props. So hats off to everyone that's here. Thank you, Keenya, for these amazing opportunities. Thank you, girls, for just being who you guys are. I feel as if that we're just really a big support group and team. And I am Tisha. So here I am. My background, as you can see, do you see the mannequins? I'm at school. So my teacher is so sweet. I have the most supportive school here, and whenever I have to do something that's beauty related, they just give me the whole classroom. So even though I'm here at class, I'm here by myself. So they are just so supportive whenever I have to do something. So hats off to you, Miss Frida, if you're watching. Just want to tell you thank you. But my love for hair, the reason why I like to do question and answers, because really that's what started me with beauty, was questions and answers. I was literally in Sally's Beauty, and someone came up to me and was asking me a question about hair. And when the actual cosmetologist came up to answer the question, the young lady was more interested in what I had to say. And that was happening very frequently. So I would go places, it doesn't matter what state if I was in, if I was traveling. I remember one time someone asked me a question in the dollar store, and this was a Vietnamese man. So I said, okay, what's up with the questions? And so when I actually went to school, I'm in night school. And when I actually went to school, my class is the last class of nights. So after us, there will be no more. So I think the timing and everything was just perfect for me to go. So my passion for hair and beauty brought me to school. So I'm here for questions and answers because I believe in educating. I love the education part that you did, Nelia, and I love everything that you bring to us with health, Lala, and everything that everybody brings. I love it. So I'm here for questions. So who has a question for me?
So we're actually, one of the things we're doing right now is we're going to go ahead and go live inside of our Instagram, Insta stories. And so we're guaranteed that once she goes live in there, that she's going to start getting a lot of questions because they come on really, really fast on Instagram. So when Bianca gets a question on Insta stories, she's going to say, hey, here's a question, and then we'll be able to do that. But it looks like Lala may have a question.
Okay. Of course I do. So Tisha, so you say you're in school, so does that mean your path is your path to want to do like natural hair and relax hair? Or are you going more, because nowadays I'm seeing a lot of natural hair, just only studios come up, and I'm just wondering, when you start getting into that, do you like box yourself because maybe that's all you want to do, or do you think that it should be a little bit of both?
I'm kind of biased because I'm team health. So whether you're relaxed or natural, I believe in healthy hair. So even with, like, say for instance, speaking of which, relaxers, when we actually learned relaxers, how to actually place a relaxer in the hair, I see why my hair was always over processed because of the process of putting in a relaxer in. So when I would relax my hair, I see why my hair was over processed. I see why that I had breakage. My path is education. So I'm actually, once I finish school, I'm going to go back to school to be an instructor. So I want to teach. I want to teach healthy hair. So I'm team health, whether you're relaxed or natural. Preferably, I like to do people who are just now starting with their hair to try to build the foundation of their natural hair and then teach them how to maintain it from the beginning now, or like Melia was showing, teaching like with the protein and everything, teaching you how to rebuild your hair, because it's a process. And really, when people return back to natural, what happens is that they have to relearn yourself. You have to relearn yourself as well as your hair. So you're used to, like, say for instance, when my hair was relaxed, it was easy for me to put my hair in a ponytail. Okay, here we got we have a comb and we have a brush. We put a little gel, we put some pink oil or whatever, we brush it in a ponytail. Now try to get this into a ponytail in 5 seconds. I want you to try to do that. Try to do that, okay? It's going to be a process because it's going to take more time. So when you're used to a product giving you a result, what happens is that you have to retrain and relearn your hair. What happens is that it's so easy to become a product junkie, right? So because you're trying to try all of these different things. That's the reason why education is so important, because you're able to pinpoint, or like you ladies, showing natural elements of it, that you're able to, hey, before I try XYZ, let me try aloe vera juice. Before I try XYZ, let me DIY. And so that way I know what's in this. And then that way you won't have to worry about allergies or anything else. But that's a very good question. And I saw a question in the chat also. Someone asked, how do you get your wash and goes to pop for more than 2 to 3 days? Really, with the wash and goes, when you're trying to get them to pop more than 2 or 3 days, the main thing of it is maintenance. So what you do at night is going to prepare you for the next day. So say for instance, like what you saw with Ray, how she just twisted her hair with very little product. The key thing when you're retwisting your hair, retwist your hair with water or a light product, or like the aloe vera. The reason being, those products are in your hair. Case in point, this is a wash and go from Monday. I went to go ahead and retwist my hair, and I added more product. Because there was so much product in my hair, what happened is that it was just like a product overload. So right before getting on the chat, I had to figure out what to do. What I did, instead of adding any more product, I got some water, and I'll show you, I literally sprayed down my hair. And if we were able to see there's so much product in my hair. And what happens, my hand is literally sticky from all the residue that was already in there. So my recommendation, before you add any other product into your hair, really, before, not only water, but warm water. Because what warm water does is that it reactivates what's previously in there. You can add cool, but what warm water will do is that it will open up the cuticle of your hair and allow the products to penetrate in. So my recommendation, 2 things: nightly maintenance and as least amount of product as possible. And that's what'll be, and flat twist like you saw Ray do. So then that'll be able to stretch your product. And that will last you 2 to 3 days. This is the same wash and go. I have not washed my hair again, and it looks fresh because I maintained it. And then I had a bad night too.
See, that's why I love watching y'all. I love watching y'all because that's what I'm saying. You can be a natural for a lot of years, but I have learned so much from y'all because I just learned something. I didn't even know the water had to be warm. But I got this cold water I've been using is about to be warm now.
Yeah, it's gonna reactivate everything, because what warm water does, it opens up the cuticle and allows the products to penetrate. And cool water closes it. So when you're conditioning your hair, when you're about to rinse that last bit of conditioner, go ahead and rinse with warm and then add cool to close the cuticle. And what that'll do is that'll allow for healthy hair.
I actually started using warm water, and it's a difference. You'll definitely see it. It blew my mind. So definitely recommend it, guys.
You're muted.
That's all I had to say.
You're muted, Keenya. Are you talking to?
Got it. Okay. So Ingrid, I know you're in here. She's from our Meetup group here in Houston. I didn't know if you had any questions. All you have to do is find the chat room. It's like a little circle, and then you can ask questions. Ingrid, I know you're here. If you don't have any questions, it's okay. Don't feel like we're putting you on blast or anything. But if you have any questions, please.
Hey, Ingrid.
Y'all say hi to Ingrid.
Ask away.
Yeah. So Ray, did you have a question? I saw your hands raised.
Yeah, I was about to ask, and then she went ahead and answered it because I was about to say, "Girl, how you got your hair like that?"
I got it from you.
But you already answered my question very thoroughly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bianca in the cut. You got some questions?
So Bianca, I know you're on.
Girl,
are there any questions?
There are no questions on Instagram right now. We do have a viewer, but everybody's kind of just taking it in. I actually want to talk about so because I wear wigs often, what do you guys suggest I do to maintain under a protector?
Keeping your scalp healthy. While you have your hair braided, while it's under your wigs. Keeping your scalp healthy. I just recently started wearing wigs a little bit, and I use a little scalp oil. It comes in a little, I can't think of the name of it right now. It's a little tube, and I can just roll it down my braids. And then on top of it, I'm very weird about washing my hair. My hair tends to hold on to a lot of products easily. So if my hair is braided down, whether it be for a wig or if I have crochet braids or something like that, I use a dry shampoo to help clean out my scalp or clean my hair, just so that it's staying clean and healthy underneath whatever I have on top of it.
Do you actually keep it on, or do you take it off, or is it sewn down?
No, I actually take off the wig. But right now you don't want to see me without the wig.
It's cold. I'm just playing. I understand totally.
This hairstyle that I have right now is literally a 10,000 upgrade from what is under here. So
yeah,
just don't want to see that. It's just not the cutest thing in life. Yeah, but it has clips in it, so I take it off. Usually it's the first thing I take off when I get into the house. But since we're doing this live video,
hot.
It just depends. It depends. This one is not really that hot to me. And she's kind of long, but she does get in my way a little bit, like, because I'm not really used to long hair all the time, so I like get it caught when I'm like, doing things. But other than that, like, it's not too bad. But sometimes you just want to like get that good scratch, and sometimes I'm like, during the day I'm just trying to get in there, but it won't allow you. So that's really one of the main reasons to take it off. And sometimes it feels like you have a hat on your head, so it's like taking off a hat at the end of the day. So yeah, but I take her off every night.
So I was gonna say, like, if you can take it off, it's definitely way easier to deal with than it being sewn down. I wear wigs too. I wore one this weekend, and my thing was, like we were talking about earlier, just warming up that water, and that will feel amazing on your scalp. Just watering the braids and like a light oil, not too often because you'll be running down your neck, but light oil, and you're good to go.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. But I've been using water, and I actually put leave-in conditioner in my hair when I have my braids, only because I've had it, like, sometimes I tend to leave my wigs in for like 3 to 4 weeks. So I sometimes put leave-in conditioner and some oil just to lock in that moisture, because my hair like loses a lot of moisture. But then again, I also haven't done a protein treatment like ever. So I'm going to try that, because I've been cutting my hair and apparently I didn't need to cut my hair, which kind of crazy to me, but I'm gonna try that.
Pinterest is your best friend, like she said.
Yeah. And like Keenya said, I know a great brand, Bianca, that I'm actually going to ensure that they get our webinar, because I think it will be perfect for maybe the next time we come up here to actually use it, because it's actually protective style for the purpose of people who actually wear wigs, but I don't want to mention them because I want us to get paid. So I'm going to make sure that they get this webinar while you wear, I think we name her Beauty B. Beautiful B.
Oh, I like that. I like it. It's cute. Oh, Lord.
I was going to say also, if you want to make like a light leave-in, you can just take your leave-in conditioner and put it in your water spray bottle and shake that up, so it's not too heavy on your braids and causing buildup. Well, for everybody else. Oh, okay. But yeah, just so you don't get a lot of buildup when you're in a protective style, just to diffuse it, shake it up with some water. Good idea.
I think we lost her. We'll get her back. She may have lost signal. And I know we have a question in the chat room. If you want to talk to Ingrid, she said, how often should I be deep conditioning?
Weekly. Try to deep condition at least weekly or bi-weekly. With heat, preferably steam. That's my next purchase. I want a steamer. So if with heat, and you can use either body heat or use the dryer, but please with heat, because what heat does, again, it opens up your cuticle and allows for it to penetrate. If you're gonna, I know you may not have talked about shampoo, don't know how often you're doing that, but try to do a shampoo at least twice a month, just to get that residue. You can co-wash as much as you want, but you need to do a shampoo so that it can actually rinse off that product. So try to, when you shampoo, deep condition. When you co-wash has conditioning elements in it, so you may feel as if your hair doesn't need it, but please, if you're gonna deep condition, at least twice a month. That's the minimum.
Hey, Tisha, I have a question for you and Nyla, because I'm like Nyla, I'm a huge DIY, and man, I do use a lot of products, but my problem with products is the product ingredient list can get 13, 15, 16, 18. I mean, can you talk a little bit about some of those ingredients that I can't even pronounce, but yet still the product will say natural, organic, and I'm like, really? It's like we're like 13 ingredients in.
It's some, because there's different types, and we're gonna have to go into a deeper one with that one, because that's a whole nother one. But it's so many types, because there's cleansing alcohols, and then there's actually good, they're actually good for you, and then there's sulfates that actually, it's not necessarily a sulfate, but it's a detergent so that it can cleanse. And a lot of times people, they'll equate suds with cleansing. but that's not necessarily so. Like say for instance, Diva Curl. Diva Curl has a no poo sulfate cleanser that there's no suds, but it's gonna cleanse. So it's just depending on what's in there. And really, it's the reputation of the brand that's gonna tell you what's in there. Because if they are marketing no sulfates, no parabens, and all of this, then they're gonna make sure that their products don't have it, so you'll be safe to use. So I would recommend not only to research the actual products, but the brand, because the brand will tell you, because it's their claim. So they have to follow through.
Yeah. So maybe our next webinar, that would be probably good, because I really would like to get more educated on some of those ingredients, especially when they do promote that the product is natural.
Right.
That'll be a great one. Because people don't know. That's my main thing. My main question that I get is someone who's newly natural and they said, I'm about to shampoo my hair for the first time since I've big chopped or since I transitioned. What do I do? Hey, what do I do?
Bianca, I get Bianca back in here. Let me see. Get Bianca back in here. Okay, perfect. So I don't see any additional questions. But guys, this is where we're sort of kind of coming to the end of the webinar. But you guys, if you're watching this live, you're watching this on the replay, we want to know what it is you want to hear from us, because here we are, we're talking about this, we're talking about that. But, you know, one of the main reasons for this is to be able to educate you and give you what it is that you want. And so we'll just keep coming up with topics and ideas. But if you could tell us exactly what you want, that would be amazing. You can either email us at returnofthecurls@gmail.com, or what you can do is you can just come inside the Facebook group, and you can join the group by going to rotccommunity.org, rotccommunity.org, and that literally will just reroute all the way to the Facebook group. You may be watching this on YouTube, because I'm saving this and putting it on YouTube. You may be watching this anywhere. I don't know how you're seeing this, but we want to help you, but we can't help you with something that we don't know that you need help with, okay? So before we go, I just want to have everybody just come back on one good time and just share their name and how you can connect with them. But before we do that, let me do something really quickly with Bianca so that Bianca can get back in as an actual participant. So give us just a couple seconds while Bianca gets herself back in here, and then, make sure you make me a host. Make me the host again, Bianca.
Oh, my computer was not playing no games. Okay.
There we go. So
Say goodbye.
Bianca, if you just want to tell everybody how they can connect with you on like Facebook or Instagram, yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay, yeah. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, you can follow my blog. It's called A Girl with Style. Or you can find me on my personal page. Let's just stick with A Girl with Style. But my personal page is Bianca. My last name is Belabre, Belabre. And that is my Instagram handle, Bianca, and my last name. And then my Instagram blog handle is also A Girl with _style. So follow my blog, follow me, much love. And I'm always on IG stories, so check me out there too.
Yes.
On Return of the Curls.
What we're going to do here is, as soon as, Bianca's finished first. So Bianca, if you can go ahead and go inside and go to the Facebook page, the actual video, and go ahead and comment on there and put, Bianca, and put your actual link to your Instagram, like instagram.com/ and do that. That way everybody can follow you underneath this video trail. But everybody, make sure you go to the Facebook page and find the first video, and then that way it's all in that comment section. And then you guys just jump in there and just introduce yourselves and your handles. Anyone?
Hey, Naturalistas. All right, so this is Lala Naturally Me. My name is pretty much the same all across all the social medias, on IG, Facebook, Pinterest. I'm on everything but Tumblr. I haven't made it there yet. I haven't figured that out. But yeah, you can definitely find me on all those channels. The good thing that I will have to give shout outs to big shout outs to Return of Curls. With Keenya, I'm putting me on schedule and allowing me to go live weekly and sometimes 3 times a week. Talking to you guys have really made my life easy across my platforms, because I'm able to take my video, put it on YouTube, take little snippets, put it on IG. I mean, it really is. So if I like what Kenya is doing because a lot of us probably is doing this. If you record on platform, you'll put the same video on all your other platforms. So at the end of the day, you're going to see me, you're going to see them, and we just rock. We love coming and giving you guys great content. And like I said, you know, we'll be up here, I'm sure, you know, Kenya one daily, but we'll be up here because it's just a lot to learn. We learn from each other. I think it's a lot that you guys can learn, and I'm just happy to be part of this wonderful team.
Yeah, and so she gave an amazing point that, like, if you're an ambassador, let's just say you come into our group and you do a video, yeah, you're promoting Return of the Curls or whatever at the beginning and at the end. From a technical standpoint, when you take that video you save to your phone, you can cut the Return of the Curls part from the beginning and at the end, and you can turn it into whatever. A lot of times I do live streams all the time, and I'll just find I would just do a 1-minute clip and turn it into additional content. So that's one of the pluses of doing this type of stuff, because you can turn it into so much different stuff, and then it reaches thousands of people. All right, so next.
Hey guys, it's Nelia again. I have YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can find me as Nelia Bedelia. On YouTube, I try to post weekly. I do DIYs on there, hair stuff, challenges, vlogs, whatever comes into my head. But yeah, so Nelia Bedelia, Nelia Bedelia, and I'll put it in the Facebook because that's a lot. But yeah, Nelia Bedelia.
Keep it going.
Okay. Hey everyone. Again, my name is Ray. Last name Alexander. You can find me on my blog, That Gal Ray, ThatGalRei. That's Ray, REI. You can also find me on all my social media handles with that same name. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, everything is That Gal Ray. Like Lala, I'm still kind of learning about Tumblr, so I don't have one of those. But I'm on everything else.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And taking up the rear, we've got Tisha.
Okay, I am Beautiful Natural Curls, and I just lost my earring. I'm Beautiful Natural Curls everywhere. So I'm Beautiful Natural Curls on Facebook. I'm Beautiful Natural Curls on YouTube and on Instagram, Pinterest. I'm Beautiful Natural Curls or the _B Natural Curls. So you can either find me at Beautiful Natural Curls or B Natural Curls. And I'm B Natural Curls on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat.
Awesome. So guys, you know, you guys know that I love business, I love branding. And so one of the tips that I'll leave everybody with tonight, whether it's the ambassadors or those of you guys that are watching this live on the replay, is to know that if you're going to build a business, build a brand, you heard some stuff that was the same across a lot of them. It was the same name, right? And so people begin to call you a certain thing. So it's like Lala, it's Beautiful Natural Curls, you know, Keenya Kelly, everything. And if you're trying to make money, like long term, you've got to get people knowing the same name over and over and over again. I went somewhere recently and one time I was in a network marketing company and I had made 6 figures or something like that. And you get a check on stage, like just a check that says that you made 6 figures. And they called my name, Keenya Griffin. And everybody went, and then the clap stopped. And I was like, well, dang. And I realized my name that I go by is Keenya Kelly. But legally, they had to make my check made out to Keenya Griffin. And so people didn't know that name, which is fine. But what it told me that the brand name Keenya Kelly was working because they were expecting to hear Keenya Kelly. And so when I got on stage, then it erupted, oh, it's Keenya Kelly. And they all said, did you get married? No, that's my real name. Kelly isn't your real name. Kelly is my middle name. They're like, oh, like people just didn't know. And then I met some folks recently, and they were like, I can't find you on Facebook. And I was like, well, it's Keenya Kelly Griffin. Well, who is Griffin? That's my last name. And so if you're building a business and building a brand, pick that name that you're going to stick with like forever. One of the things I always tell my clients, just an FYI, is that if you're a woman and your goal is to get married and you believe in giving your name away and taking your husband's name, then don't build a brand with your first and last name if you're not married. Because guess what? If you do, you're going to have to change your brand name, right? Like I'm divorced, but I always went by Keenya Kelly. So nobody ever knew that I went from Griffin to Monroe, back to Monroe, and back to Griffin, except for those people that knew that I had gotten married. And so business-wise, straight. And so that's some of the stuff that you guys can always get from me whenever you watch me on live stream or anywhere. And that's it, you guys. So we need you guys to tell us what it is you want. Like if you enjoyed Tisha tonight, I want you to comment and say she was great. If you love Lala, if you love Amelia or Bianca, we want you to comment and let them know that they were great, especially on the actual video that is posted, because, you know, we all want to know how we did, and we all need love, you know what I'm saying? And then if you want to hear more from a particular subject, let us know, because otherwise we're just going to talk about what we think you want to know versus what you really want to know, okay? And so everybody is going to go to the Facebook business page and comment on the main video. This is where we are actually live from. And what that does is if you put your name and your information on the business page, everywhere, it's been shared 10 times. And then guess what happens? Your information is on all 10 shared videos. So make sure you share it on the first page, and that way it's all shared out, okay? So that's it for tonight, you guys. We are so grateful for those of you guys that watched us live and watched us on the replay, and those of you guys that caught us on Instagram. With that, you guys, we'll be in touch. Make sure if you want to be an ambassador, you want to have your products on display or whatever, that you email us at returnofthecurls@gmail.com. So that's it, you guys. God bless you. Bye.